Okay, so here is how you create a sales order. Okay, the transaction to create a sales order is VA01. You can do that, or you go to logistics, sales and distribution, sales, order, and create. So let me quickly take a screenshot here. So that is creation of a sales order. Okay, step number 1 is use this menu path or use the transaction code VA01. Every time I use a transaction code, I'll kind of try and put it in square brackets so that you understand that it's not just some random word, it's a transaction code. So second step, double click it, and over here you got a whole bunch of different order types. It's conceptually very similar to your quotation type or an inquiry type. It just specifies the document type. You can go and select any order type that you want, or for now just say OR. OR is an example of a standard order type. There's a lot of customization that can be done behind this, and we'll talk about this when we start configuration and talk about document types and what they really mean. We'll also be able to create our own versions of these document types based on the business process that we are trying to establish. Just for now, just put in your document type and the sales org of Germany, which is 101000. Once again, let's take a screenshot. So step number 2 is this. Step 2, enter your order type, enter your org data, and you know step number 3, right? Step number 3 would be to click on create with reference, and you would have to enter the previous document with respect to which you're trying to create this quotation. The previous document is going to be our quotation. So go to step number 3 and enter your quotation. Create with reference, and you see it's automatically picked up the quotation tab instead of the inquiry tab. Okay, it's just a convenience for you. And if it shows you another tab, then you can just go, if it for example shows you inquiry, you can just go and select quotation. Now I want to search for a quotation that I've created a couple of days ago, created by me, and the partner, in this case customer, is 1000. Click OK, and our quotation is 200041. Select that, and as usual we can click on the copy button, or you can do an item selection if there are multiple items and you want to filter by a certain set of criteria. Alright, now this is a different screen that you see here. You see something called as the availability control screen. You don't see this screen when you're looking at, say, a quotation or an inquiry. So what is the screen? I don't want to get too much into the details of this, but like I said, real demand is starting here. What's real demand? Up until a quotation, I've said it's pre-sales, meaning you don't know if the customer is going to purchase your products. He's just looking around. But when he places an order, that's actual demand. That's when the actual sale has happened. So now the system is reacting differently because we have selected order type OR. The system is saying, hey, you know what? The customer has requested it by, say, 31st of January 2014, but I won't be able to deliver it until February 13. Do you wish to proceed? You can just say yes by clicking on this button. So in this case, what has happened is the system says that the product cannot be delivered to the customer by that date, by whatever the customer has requested it by, but instead I can deliver it by a different date. Availability check is a separate topic in itself and will not go too much into it, but I just wanted to highlight one small difference between how a quotation reacts versus a sales order reacts, in spite of the fact that on the face of it they look very much alike. Behind the scenes they act very differently. Alright, enter some PO number, PO123, and then just click save. So here is your order number 13347 and your order number is saved. So step 3, search and select the quotation number, step 4, copy or select items to be copied to create your order. And step 5, modify the order if necessary. Meaning after the order has been created, you can do some changes if you want, like change quantities, add items, remove items, whatnot. And step 6, if the availability check screen comes up, accept the system proposed delivery date, and if you're happy, save. That's it. You have created your sales order. Now let me go back all the way and open the sales order in change mode or display mode. Here's a funny thing. You see, you can do the same for quotation or you can do the same for inquiry. So the transaction code ending in 1 is typically create, like you have a 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, right? Transaction ending in a 2 is a change, like VA12, VA22, VA02, and 3 is display, just to make things easy. All right, so let me open any of these documents, an inquiry or a quotation or an order, in change or display mode. Say go to display mode, and your latest document is available here, the last created document. Now I want to see what was it created with reference to, meaning is this order created with reference to a quotation or is it just a standalone order? So you have to click on this button. Okay, let me take a screenshot here. Click on this button and you see that this order has been created with reference to this quotation, and this quotation has been created with reference to this inquiry. Okay, before I tell you what it is, let me take a quick picture. So this is the create, change, and display T codes. Now I went to display as in VA03 and entered the latest order number If I don't enter it, typically it will show the latest order number, the last one that you have created, and then click on this button to show the history. There's a different word for it called the document flow, but I'll talk about it. So if you want to see what this document has been created in reference with, just go enter the document number and click on this button, and the system will show you this. Okay, so what is this called? This history is called as document flow. It shows the flow of documents like a cascade, right? This indent says that the indented doc is created with reference to the previous doc. In this case, the quotation is created with reference to an inquiry, and then there is an indentation here. That means this is created with reference to this. Now over here, let me just say that this is document flow. And one last thing before we close. From this point, if you want to look at any of the previous document, or in fact any subsequent documents if there are any, you just select that. Let's say, for example, if you want to see the quotation from here, select it and then click on display document. Let me again take another screenshot here. Okay, and if you click on display document, it will show you the quotation. Now you can go back and then click on inquiry and then click on display document. It will show you the inquiry document number. Now from inquiry, you can again do this, and then you can cascade down, like you can select that or this and then click on display document again. So it's like a recursive thing here where you can just easily go up or go down the cascade of different documents. This in SAP is called document flow. Let me paste that here. And so if you want to see a document, view documents in document flow. So if you want to see documents that are related, select it and click on display document, and it will take you directly to the document in display mode. Alright, so what have we seen here? We know the transaction code to create a sales order. It's VA01, or you can use this menu path. And we know the order type to use for normal orders. And if you want to create it with reference to a quotation, you use this. If not, you can just create a standalone order. If you use with reference, you can either type in the quotation number, or you can just do the search on the quotation number, pull the quotation number in. After that, if you want to make modifications to the order, like change quantities, because for example, the customer has asked for a quotation for 500 products, and instead he places an order for 400. If that's fine by you, just go and change the quantity. Sometimes the customer asks for a quotation of 500, and then in the order he might add additional line items like I need 100 mouses or 100 keyboards extra. And the next step shows one of the differences between a quotation and a sales order. So in the sales order, another screen has come up that says, hey, you know what, the delivery date is not going to be met if you promise him at this date. So I'm changing the date based on some calculations that I'm doing. Is that okay? If you say okay, you're accepting its proposal, and the system says, okay, go ahead, shall I save it? Save it, and it will produce the order number 13304, whatever. We have also seen that you can go back and change or display the order or the quotation or the inquiry by just using the transaction codes or using the menu path as we are seeing here. Another thing is when you want to see the history behind the sales order or any transaction. For example, if you want to see, so this is inquiry, quotation, order. If you want to see, if you are here, you can go up or go down using what is called as document flow. It shows the history and the future of all the transactions that has happened with reference to this. And in this document flow, you can select any document you like and click on the display document, and it will actually open up that document and show you the document. So this is called document flow. So that completes the hands-on on the sales order, and in the next chapter we are going to talk about the delivery document.